Hey everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow, and I want to welcome you to this episode of My Life with Asperger's. This episode we're going to be talking about is feeling sick. I'm not feeling sick right now. I'm feeling a little sick, yeah, mentally, but I can still talk about this topic because it is something that we're going to eventually feel like, and eventually going to be. And whether you like it or not, we cannot avoid sickness in life, whether it's a common cold or the flu or a virus, you name it. We're not immune to it, It spreads around like crazy. I know there are vaccine, vaccine, there are vaccines available for like chickenpox and measles and mumps and rubella and all that other stuff. And it is recommended that you guys get your shots at a young age. No, I don't mean gunshots. I mean vaccine shots at a doctor's office. I know it might be painful to get a shot by a doctor, but he or she is just trying to help you out so that you can feel better. When I was a kid, I had shots done. When I was a kid, I also had chickenpox. So now, hopefully, I won't have to worry about having chickenpox again in life, which is the shingles. So hopefully, we don't have to worry about getting shingles now. Now, do we? But we always pray for the best health of everybody, because we want everybody to feel better. We want everybody to do well in life. And if they feel down or blue or sick, we try to help them out as much as we can. But, everybody's going to feel sick in life, okay? And that's the way it is. I know you guys hear the expression sick and tired. I know you feel that sometimes, but it doesn't relate to here. You can be sick and tired of something, but you're not actually sick, are you? No, you're not. I know. But anyways, if you do feel that you can't move around, or you feel like you feel sick or something, like mentally, or if you feel hot physically, or I'm not going to get into it, but any other symptoms of a sickness or an illness, it's best advised that you stay home. Don't go anywhere, don't go out anywhere. Just stay home and relax, have some juice, rest, and then you'll feel better. I understand nowadays because some places that you work for, they don't have sick time, which means getting paid while you stay home sick. They don't have that for all employees of a company. And that should be real helpful if we get sick and we have to be home for something. But, when I was going to school, I was probably like sick once a year. So like I would be out of school for like a few days once a year or something because I was sick. But when I was in high school, I didn't really have to miss classes because I didn't feel sick to skip classes. I think there was like one or two times and that was it. But, in college, I don't think I was ever sick to miss any classes. So, you may think you feel well enough, but in actuality, you might be sick. You might not feel good. I know people try to go to school or work because they don't want to miss their education, and they don't want to miss getting paid, or they don't want to use their sick time up. And I don't blame them. I, for most of my life, throughout my careers, even if I felt tired or I felt a little weak, I still went to work or school because I felt that education was important and so was the job. Yeah, I didn't want to miss any time off of work. You know? I know one time coming off a New Year's break, we were coming back from New Year's break and I went to work. And I don't know what happened. I think I felt it the night before too. That I was not feeling good. And there was like a few workers that noticed that too. And I could barely stay up to do I could barely stand on my feet to do the job. You know, at the time, and I couldn't talk either because I wasn't feeling good. And I was meeting new people, new workers then, being trained to work at our location, and I couldn't introduce myself because I was feeling sick. I wasn't feeling good. So when I had my break, I was sitting down and I was hoping that the fruit that I was having would help me and the juice would help me, but it didn't. So basically what I had to do after my break was I go see my managers and ask them if I could get an early release to go home. And they noticed that I was not feeling good. You know? And then I had to call out like 2 days after that so I could just rest. I know it was painful at the time to call out sick on the telephone, but I had to do it. I'm sorry. And why should I even be apologizing for that? You know, my health comes first in life. You know, if I feel sick, I have to stay home. So, you know, it's rarely that I do call out sick. I know there was a couple of times where mentally I couldn't work. I had to call out. You know? But I rarely call out of work because I need to get there and make the money and keep the job, you know? I don't want to be like one of these people that keep calling out sick all the time and only showing up to work like a few days. I don't want to lose my job because I don't want to lose my job because I keep calling out sick. You know? Once in a while, if you don't feel good, then be okay, you know? But not every single day. Don't call out. Like, for example, like I told you about my story about when I came back to work after the New Year's Day break. The New Year's break there. You know? And I was feeling sick. That's okay to call out because I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just caught a virus or a flu. And all it needed was taking some juice, taking some medicine, having some soup, I think. I don't know if I had any soup or not. And just relaxing, just rest and sleep. That's what the body needs. When you feel sick, get some rest. It'll be okay. It's okay to fall asleep during the day. You know? Or during at night. Don't worry about it. You know? I know there was times when I had a cold and I still went to work. I know handling food I should have not had. But at the time, you know, I was just cleaning tables and sweeping the floors. So, I mean, you know, and I didn't want to get other people sick either. But at the same time, I couldn't afford to miss work. You know? So, but here's the thing too. To call out sick, your parents might do that for you at school, but it's your responsibility to do it once you become an adult and have a job. Because you need to learn the responsibility of calling out sick. You're not going to have your mom and dad living with you for the rest of your life to do that for you. You know? Like when I was in school, my parents would call out sick for me. And when I was at work, I would call out sick my own. And it's my responsibility to call out sick when I'm not feeling good or when if I need to stay home because of an illness. You know? So, but, you know, or if you're missing like work at high school or college, feel free to get, well, even at all levels of school, feel free to get the notes from your friends or your classmates, you know, or if you miss class, feel free to email your professor. Call him or her. You know, you need to get the work done. Just because you're sick doesn't mean you can miss the work if you're taking a class, you know, or if you have to do something at work. Job work. Doesn't mean you miss it, you know? Like if you have an evaluation and you call out sick, you know that the evaluation is going to get done on another date. Probably the next day that you come back to work. Just prepare for that, you know? But don't call out sick because you're not feeling too sick, you know? Don't call out sick because you're tired or you went partying all night. That's not their responsibility. That's your responsibility. You know, you should have not been partying all night. So, make sure if you do call sick, like I said, make sure it's for a legitimate reason. Or if you get hurt, you know? So, I'll talk to you guys all later. Please feel better.